Letters have names like B and M and sounds like B and M. Some letters are vowels and others are consonants. Vowels plus consonants make the alphabet. Researchers find that twice as many readers of English have learning difficulties as Italian students. And why? Our complex spelling patterns. Whereas some languages use only about 40 spelling patterns, we use 25 letters to make over 40 sounds, which we write with well over 1,000 different spelling patterns. Different vowel patterns are a huge part of the complexity of English. Fortunately, there are about 30 vowels that are surprisingly regular, such that it's very powerful for students to know them very well and be fluent in reading and writing them in words. Let's have a look at these vowels. There are 18 main vowel sounds, and they're written using 29 common vowel forms. Some have one letter. Others are written with 2 letters. The first letter will always be a vowel. The second letter may be a vowel or a vowel friend, Y, R or W. Vowel friends stick with vowels to make new vowel sounds. Y is a special vowel friend. Y is allowed to sometimes be a vowel all by himself. A, E, I, O, A are the short vowels of English. They are the letters in the alphabet that we call vowels. A says A, as in axe. E says E, as in egg. I says I, as in it or igloo. O says O, as in orange. And U says A, as in up. These vowels look simple, but they're not. E and I trick each other. They sound very similar, and the sound of I, actually sounds closer to the name E than the sound E does. Many students need lots of practice to master these 2 vowels. A and get mixed up because A is learned as the sound A and then also as the word which is often said just like the sound of the letter U. Listen to A in this sentence. I am a dog. It's confusing to learn the sound A and then the word We say A is a robber. Its sound is A, but when it's a word it steals U's sound, Don't be tricked by robber A. A, E, I, O, A occur lots and lots in words, so it's really worth the effort to support kids to get very fluent in reading and writing words with these vowels. Final E vowels are also very common. We call final E bossy E. Bossy E is a totally lazy bully. He says nothing himself, and he bullies the vowel. Because he says nothing, this word won't say Maddie, and watch him bully the vowel. He says, you can't say your sound, say your name. So the vowel says its name, A, and the word is maid. The Literacy Plus module Sounds and Vowels is the module that builds automatic skill with these 10 vowels, 5 short vowels and 5 bossy E vowels. While the module 2 Vowels Talking builds skill in the remaining 19 vowels. Let's look at them now. Meet Crybaby Y, who says E and I. He says I in one-clap words, one-syllable words like my and cry, and E in most bigger words like puppy and baby. Now meet the 2-letter vowels who just love walking. The second vowel is too shy when you say hello, so only the first one says his name. When 2 vowels go out walking, the first one does the talking, saying A, E, I, O. Meet the R vowels. Americans pronounce this R sound. They drive a car, but lots of us don't. We drive a car. That way, vowel friend R just sticks to the vowels and makes new sounds. R, or, and In Shakespeare's time, ER, IR and UR used to say different sounds. Now they say the same sound, and make us do lots of thinking when we learn to spell words like sir and her and fur. We call the soldier sound. When the soldier salutes, he's supposed to say, yes, sir, but he talks so fast he just says, sir. Can you hear the sound in sir? Do a salute action to remind yourself what the sound is, Meet the W vowels. AW says or, as in saw. EW says you, as in stew, and sometimes oo, as in blue. There's no IW or UW. and OW has two sounds. One way to remember them is to think of OW as a pinch sound. If the kid sitting next to you pinches you, you say ow. Then you see your teacher glaring at you for making so much noise, so you say oh. The first sound is ow and the second sound is o. Meet the rainy day oi boys. AI and AY say the same sound, a. OI and OY say the same sound, oi. If we use the spelling rule, English words don't end in I, and mostly words don't. We can see that AI and OI go in the middle of words, while AY and OY go at the end of words. Meet the dead meat's favourite vowel, EA. It has two sounds, as in dead and stead, and E as in meat. We met the E sound earlier. It's a when two vowels go out walking vowel. Old stead meat is a smelly old thing who says you'll be dead meat if you don't remember the two sounds of EA. Now meet chuku cuckoo, and chuku's favourite vowel, double O. It has two sounds, U as in book and oo as in boot. You can hear the two sounds in cuckoo's name. U-oo, chuku, cuckoo, u-oo. In Shakespeare's time, double O only had one sound, oo as in boot. We said, look at my boot on my foot, and some Scottish people still do. We've evolved two sounds for double O since then, U and oo, as in old chuku cuckoo's name. Last but not least, meet Ouch Grouch's pinch sound, OU. OU actually has five sounds, but in 90% of OU words it says ow. So to keep it simple, teach OU says ow, just like ouch. It's a pinch sound. OU's other sounds are U, as in could, would, should, oo, as in you and soup, O, as in soul and shoulder, and as in touch and double. And that makes 29 vowels. 5 short vowels, 5 bossy E vowels, crybaby Y, 5 two vowels who go out walking, 5 R vowels, 3 W vowels, AY, OI and OY, chuku cuckoo's double O saying oo and oo, and Ouch Grouch's pinch sound ow. In Sounds and Vowels and Two Vowels Talking, as students get familiar with each set of vowels, we mix them in with all the vowels the student has already learned. We do this for both reading and writing of words with these vowels. This progresses students from knowing new vowels just in their isolated contexts to being fluent with them in a much wider contexts, readying them to effortlessly use words with those vowels in all wider literacy applications. By the end of Sounds and Vowels, students know 10 vowels: a, e, I, E, I, O, U. Two Vowels Talking uses listen, say, touch and write pages. U sometimes says oo in words like rude, so it gets put down as an extra sound. Every different sound has a different line. Any vowel with more than one sound has a dotted line circle. In doing listen, say, touch and write, you say a word, your students say the vowel they hear, then find the vowel sound line, then pick the vowel on that line that looks the right one. Y and Two Vowels Talking all say long vowel sounds, the same as bossy E vowels, so they go on the same lines. Y has two sounds, so it has dotted lines. It goes on the I line and the E line. The R vowels have new sounds, so they go on 3 new lines, R, and OR, and so on. When there's more than one option for a vowel sound, good spellers work by both the sound and the look of vowels in specific words. Spelling words with those vowels is an auditory and a visual task. Sounds and Vowels and Two Vowels Talking are powerful tools for building fluent skills in reading and writing words with regular vowels. Literacy Plus, learning made fun.